You got it. As I said in the open there, we're like on Cannabis Corner here, and we're going to show you why we're saying that. Take a look at over here, right across the street, you got one billboard. It's huge. That's for SDRC, which is recreational cannabis. And as the big Levecki points over here, there are two more. One of them has a little bear on a scooter. Isn't that cute? That's for, I don't know, whatever. And then there's another cannabis billboard straight up ahead for yet another store. So we have three different stores represented here. So over at City Council, they're talking about basically limiting these, making sure that there are rules and regulations to keep these things basically away from kids. That's the bottom line. But there's also something else going on, and that is the illegal operations are still happening. And believe it or not, illegal operations are actually advertising, even though they're illegal. How does that happen? Well, it does. Take a look. Ever since cannabis was legalized in California, billboards like these have been popping up, well, like weeds.
I think it's fine. It's free enterprise. It's either going to, it'll either work or it won't. I don't think it's going to cause any type of additional use of marijuana.
But not everyone is that casual about advertising for marijuana, especially the delivery services, which may or may not be legal.
I don't think they need them. I think they're sending the wrong message out.
So I think it's going to give young people the idea that they can get weed delivered when parents aren't home and stuff.
Just like alcohol, there are state laws that regulate where you can advertise for cannabis, generally 1,000 feet from places where kids hang out. Under a new law being proposed in the city of San Diego, it would go even further.
We don't want them advertising next to parks or schools. We want to treat them just as we treat tobacco and alcohol businesses as well.
As the business grows and grows fast, local laws are still trying to catch up. In some cases, the businesses may not even be legal, yet somehow they have billboards promoting their product.
Your illegal delivery service or your illegal storefronts, we don't want you to have the ability to advertise. We want to make sure that we're only promoting those good stewards who've gone through the permitting process. We know who they are.
Since most of the illegal delivery services are tough to track down, it is tough to shut them down. Then there's the issue of free speech and free enterprise. While pot still carries a stigma, it is 100% legal to sell and advertise.
We do not want to tread upon First Amendment rights for the individuals, so we have scaled back locations where they're not able to advertise.
Yeah, so basically coming up, it's a new industry, right? It's a new business. Some people still have a problem with it. You know, we don't want our kids smoking pot and going to school. Let's be clear about this. We don't. It's a 21 and over business, just like alcohol and cigarettes, I believe, is 21 and over now. It might be 18. I don't know. I quit smoking, thank goodness. But by the way, tobacco is not allowed at all. That was a deal that the tobacco companies cut with the Surgeon General of the United States many years ago. Advertising for tobacco is just non-existent. You won't see any billboards at all, but you will see the beer and the alcohol. Now, we saw a Coors Light and a tequila ad earlier, but again, those have regulations 1,000 feet away from parks, schools, and places where kids can actually hang out. There is a state law, by the way, but it only regards state property. So the cities have to come along and have their own laws regarding these billboards. But once again, as I stand here surrounded by 3 cannabis billboards, when is enough enough? And with a product like marijuana, which a lot of people sort of lump into the category of alcohol and tobacco, you know, it just seems logical that there are some regulations on these kinds of things. So that's what's happening. It's not going to happen immediately. It still has to go to committee. It's just been presented as an idea, you guys. I'm going to go to committee later this month, and will either be passed by late this year or early next year, and then those rules will start going into effect regarding the cannabis business. But certainly is a booming business. We just want to make sure that the folks who have followed the rules, who have actually paid their dues and paid their taxes, they're the ones getting the businesses, not the other folks who, well, haven't gone through the process. So that's what's happening, you guys. We're in the Moreno District. Back to you.